Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back. This is Thee.Ultimate.Love.Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation, for coming with an open heart, for bringing your energy, ready to receive, but also ready to give. Give by way of your feedback and your suggestions, giving back by way of sharing these messages, by subscribing. Thank you for all your contributions. Thank you for all that you are giving. You're not only here to receive, but you're here to contribute, to join in. So thank you so much for helping us build this beautiful and powerful online community with the mission of inspiring a multitude of 1,000,000. Thank you for being a part of the 1,000,000. With that, I was led this morning, something I was reading in a daily word, and I just thought, okay, this is what God intends for us to get into today. And it's so powerful. It's at the root of anything that we are desiring to create in our life. And that is expectations. The expecting of good things in our life. And whether we are expecting good things or really silently expecting the opposite of good things, right? Label it bad things. Whatever we're expecting will be created in our life. So we're going to get into that. We're going to take a direct dive into expectations and how we are literally manifesting according to those expectations. And it's also a point that I think we often miss when we're talking about things we want to achieve and fulfill in our life. Let's get clear right now. The truth is, we are only receiving, we are only achieving the things that we expect. It's not about what we deserve, because we already know we deserve abundance, we deserve greatness, we deserve peace, we deserve love. Those are our birthrights. Those are already ours. The challenge that we all often have as humans is that we receive these imprintings during childhood that just programs us to believe something different, to forget our birthrights, to become out of tune, right? So it's all about getting back to the truth. When we, and I often hear, all of us, we all say, if we're dealing with anything, take it to prayer. And all that is absolutely true. God is always listening to our prayer requests. He is listening to what's behind the prayer request that we're saying with our mouth and our words, right? So we could be very much praying for one thing, what we want to achieve or the direction that we want a situation to go in. But what's behind the words? What's deep within us? Oftentimes, we're praying, but with a deep fear that our prayers will not be answered, a deep fear that the situation will not go according to the way we're intending, the way we feel. And that's the problem. That it's the intention. It's that expecting. If we're expecting our prayers won't be answered, then we're right. Our prayers will not be answered. If we are expecting and we are knowing that what we're coming to God in prayer and in faith with are petitions, if we're knowing that those requests will be fulfilled, if not the way we've planned it out in our minds, but better than the way we've planned it in our minds, then guess what? That is a deep knowing. That is an expectation those will also be answered in prayer. So really, and I heard this years ago and it was a game changer for me. Whatever we are asking for in prayer will be answered. But here's the thing. It's not with our mouth. It's with our whole being, our soul, our intention. It's beyond what we're saying in words. So to go deeper, whatever we're asking for in prayer that we know deep down will come about, will then be answered in prayer. So whether it's we're asking for great things, goodness, promotion, wealth, abundance, peace, health with our mouths and in our prayer petitions, but in the core of us, we're trembling in fear that the request will not be answered. You can almost certainly guarantee that those are the ways that God will be answering our prayer according to what we believe. So the question is to get our belief system up, our expectations up in a strong, firm way, where then when we're moving through life, we're only in an expectation of great things. If we are expecting that we're going into life and we're expecting to meet the right people, kind people. We're expecting to be met with love. We're expecting to be met with safety and kindness. And you're expecting that? Like you just know that's going to be your experience when you walk out the door each day? I guarantee you that will be the experience. It absolutely will. And you know how I know? Because I live that experience. I travel the world and I travel by myself most of the time. Now, I have a beautiful beau that joins me and this has become our life. But up until a couple of years ago, I was all over the world solo. And since I was 18, I was solo traveling. And I just knew that I would be met with kindness and I would be safe and I would be taken care of. And you're listening to me today. I have been safe. I have been revered in these countries, and I have very much been taken care of, not only by God, but by the locals, which has just been a beautiful addition to the way God cares for me. Like I know God will care for me because he says that. I believe that wholeheartedly. But for him to also appoint these beautiful local people, no matter where I'm at in the world, to actually care for me. If I'm asking for directions, I'm always given. I'm always met with kindness, someone that stops, who actually cares. I can see it in their face that they care. I can see it in their face that they want to help. And that will help guide me and navigate, their country and their language, and often give me recommendations. I can't tell you, well, it's been a couple times, so maybe I can't tell you, where people have come up to me in other countries. I remember once I was in Paris and I was ordering something and I took out my wallet and the waiter told me, hey, look, he leaned in and he told me how to navigate. Like, hey, put your wallet away. Do this. Go here. Don't go there. Like, just out of kindness. Just making sure that I was taken care of. Not trying to take advantage. Not thinking, oh, it's somebody else's problem. But actual care. and guidance. And I am met with that. That is my experience, because I don't expect it to go any other way other than that. So let me ask you, what are you expecting? Are you expecting to be met with like rude people when you go out in life? Are you expecting not to receive that promotion? Are you expecting this new relationship that you may find yourself in to go the wrong way? Are you expecting not to be able to pay your rent this month? Or can you expect that no matter what happens in life, because life is completely uncertain, that's one thing, the only thing that's certain is that it's uncertain, that no matter what life brings, you will be able to navigate those waters. You will be given the tools, whatever they are, whatever you need, to be able to support you in whatever journey you find yourself in at the moment. You know, I was watching, a docuseries this weekend, and it was like an inmate docuseries, right? And it was kind of hard to watch in the beginning. I wanted to get through with it because the concept behind it, and it was actually a Netflix special, Unlocked. I don't know if you've watched it, but it's a sheriff in Arkansas who was looking at really reforming his jail. You're right. And these inmates were on 23-hour lockdown, and he really thought we can do something different by unlocking the doors and having them build a community among themselves. And I really wanted to get to the end to see, how did this work? Did this not work? I kind of felt intuitively that it would work. If you haven't watched it, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but I felt like it would work. But even though I wanted to really get through to it and understand this concept, because it's something that I believe in also. Like, I believe that, our men and our women that are, locked up, and although I've never been to prison, but just understanding what's happening there, it just feels that we can be doing more to really help these individuals better themselves and be able to, so that they can be able to be released and make a positive impact, a powerful impact in our society and in our communities. I don't really like the words positive and negative. It's all, subjective. It's what it is. Whatever you think it is, whether it's positive or negative, it's for your own perception, right? But to be able to rejoin society and make an impact in a powerful, grand, helpful, healthy way. So things need to change there. So I really wanted to get through, and understand what the sheriff was doing, which he was doing great things, is what the bottom line is. But anyway, as I was watching this, it was kind of hard to watch in the beginning because it was the mindset of these individuals. It was filled with, this won't work. It can't work. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. The door is going to be locked again. It was just all fucking what it can't be. And that was the majority. Certainly there were a few that were absolutely not. We're going to make this work. We're going to do great things, and I don't want to tell you how it ended, but just the mindset of I can't, and expecting the program to fail and expecting them to fail. And I just thought, wow, like, that is really the mindset of most of us. It was certainly my mindset, up until years ago, up until, I don't know, 10 years ago is when I started changing my mindset, understanding that whatever I'm expecting to happen will happen. Whether I'm expecting to just live a life of pain and struggle and scarcity, then that will become my reality. Or if I'm expecting peace, abundance, ease, that will also be my reality. It's really up to us to choose. What are you expecting is what I want to ask. If you are expecting anything less than what you really want, then your work right now in this moment is to get to a place where you really expect to the core of you all the beauty, all the greatness, all the great things that you want to achieve, that you want to be. Your duty is to get to a place where you're clear on that expectations. And you are not fooling God. You are not fooling yourself. You are not fooling anyone when you simply think you can just mouth the words, but then quietly in the depths of you really believe the opposite of what you're saying. Get to a place where what you're saying and what you're feeling is completely aligned. And how do you do that? You start with the words, and then you start with going deep within through whether that's meditation, whether that's affirmations. Affirmations, yes, although in the beginning it seems foreign, right? To look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm worthy of love, I'm worthy of abundance, those manifestations, those affirmations rather, that we're told to do in the mirror. Yes, they seem foreign and they seem like a lie in the beginning. But the powerful thing is, once you do it consistently for like 3 days, something changes in you and you really begin to believe it. So don't discount, don't neglect, don't sell yourself short on affirmations. They are the stepping stones to really believing that you are worthy. Meditation, most of us sleep on meditation. It is the simplest, most effective thing to do. It's just to simply close your eyes and stay with the breath and do nothing. Let your mind be still. As you still your mind, you are creating a clear channel for guidance to speak, for things, the clutter, the thoughts in your mind to kind of just settle and decide for yourself whether those thoughts resonate with you or not. Don't sleep on meditation. A few minutes every day will change your life, guaranteed. So as your words become more aligned with what you're really feeling, what you are feeling, and what you know you expect, you will begin to see those expectations show up in your life with precision. And they'll be the very things that you truly want to receive. Why? Because you have done the work to truly expect only the best for your life. So ask yourself now, what do you really expect to receive? I don't need to know it. Your family doesn't need to know it. You need to know it. What is it that you expect to happen? And if it's not what you really want, time to do the work to change that thought. before it manifests in your life. Because no matter whatever you expect, it is on its way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining and being open to receive. If you haven't done yet, please consider subscribing, sharing, commenting on this conversation. Yeah, I think that's all we have for today. Until next time, love yourself and love others, and go and expect the great things, only the great things for your life. You deserve it. We'll chat soon. Bye for now.